morning. Hi, this is Empress Nichols. Good morning to you. Hmm, Voice is a little deeper this morning. It's really a nice, a nice tone. I like it when my voice is really calm like this. I'm wondering what that's about. This is my grounded voice, so this is probably some straightening, and these are some hard facts. I could usually tell by the tone of my voice and the way that I'm talking whether or not this is going to be a serious situation or not. And it seems as though I think Alex is also tapped in as well because he's got his tablet a little low. And usually he feeds off of whatever the energy is. I have my Chicago cup again. So that's usually a sign that the cities are on fire again. Um, Particularly the little hives that we have in all our cities that we have not really looked at, or we do know. And the way it's set up, it's like in little clusters. So if you've paid attention to the lays of your cities, there are clusters. And the clusters usually are made up of certain buildings, and they're very close to each other for a reason because things get done in betwixt, in the distance in between. Okay, so stay tuned because we've got some things to cover. I've been going on field trips, and it's wonderful to see what's going on in real life. And it also makes me reflect on some of the things that I saw back in the day that I've seen again. I remember when I was coming up, about 16 or other, there was a, I got introduced to a, what is Guyanese guy from GT, and he was his counterpart was a Trinidadian lady, and I remember something had happened, and I'd helped him, not knowing what I was doing, break something because he mentioned to me, he was like, you know what, something happened the other day. We were hanging out because I always was older than my age, regardless. At 16, I was pretty much 28. So I'm hanging with a bunch of adults. I've always hung with a bunch of adults, and maybe that was the situation. I was actually learning, and they had already thought that they knew everything. So we were in a very uneven dynamic. I was around adults that thought that they knew better. I was the child that was watching them not know better. So that was what was going on. However, at 16, I had remember I had helped him break a spell over himself. And his girlfriend had gotten very, very upset about it. And he told me that he went home that day after I'd helped him, and he found a menstrual pad wrapped up with a piece of his hair in it. And then I remember a lot of events happening around me. People started kids were on fire, drowned in the bathtub. I got attacked by a whole house of women, men and women. Never messed with them, never dealt with them. Um, it was a situation like that. So then I saw the backfire of some of the stuff that was happening around me, not knowing that it was probably happening because I was around. And a lot of you have similar situations like that. All of a sudden, life is going great, and then all of a sudden, next thing you know, you're in fights, you're in situations, you're surrounded by things, and you feel the need to move around, but you also know how to navigate it. Unbeknownst to you, you're still coming out on top. So a lot of you are having issues like that, or in retrograde, you're starting to remember things. I remember one day I was driving. I was 16. I was driving. I had no license. I was driving. I think I was on Ashburton, off of the bricks, coming off of the bricks, going towards the Turk House. And after I saw a guy, it was like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Don't ask me why I was out that time of night. I was grown. The situation happened, and I saw him. He was walking down the street, and he was scratching his hair. And he was butt naked. And he was walking as though he had on all his clothes. And the thing about it was, at the time, I had already basically gotten away from the main family because things weren't going right there and nobody was listening. And every time something happened, even if I wasn't there and had nothing to do with it, it always ended up my fault. So that made me run away to those people, not knowing that those adults didn't know anything either. But I didn't know that they were part of the plan to keep me from growth. So a lot of people got pulled into things being as though you were connected. And here's the situation. When you're born, a lot of times when you're born, your mom and your father don't tell you the situation that they brought you into. They don't tell you that you were maybe a love child. They don't tell you that maybe you were a trick baby. They don't tell you that the reason why they got together was because somebody didn't want to be faithful in their relationship. And somebody doesn't like old women and they want young women and stuff like that. They don't tell you that. They always tell you, oh, you were loved, your dad loves you, your mom loves you. Da, 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 da. They tell you that because that's what everybody lies and says. They don't tell you the real thing. Hey, he just didn't pull out. Hey, we were in the back seat and we were having fun and here you go. There are some parents that will tell you that, but a lot won't, right? And that's the problem. A lot of times when we get born, we don't know exactly the situation. Had I known the situation that I came from, I would have known very early in life. My mother was, if that is my mother, because I don't think you treat a natural child like that. Anyway, but either way, I didn't know that she hated me due to the course of her life. I had nothing to do with those choices. However, this is the thing you have to realize: when a woman has more than one child's father, you have to realize that at least one of those fathers were seeked after. One of those fathers were looked into before they laid with them. Maybe they made a mistake the first time. They slept with a bum the first time. The second time, they might have did a little bit more research, but didn't realize that that person was crazy. Might have had a little bit of money, might have had a little bit of influence, but that person would undoubtedly beat that ass. So they did research maybe on the second, third, fourth, or fifth time, however, and they got someone that they learned their lesson. They say, okay, I don't want them, but nobody to beat my ass. I don't want nobody that's a bum. I'm going to look for someone who actually has money and is going to give it to me. And for some of us, we had moms that knew how to make them give it to them. They knew how to use what they got to get what they want. And that's not to shame. That's not to shame anyone. But you have to understand that some people do seek out people after researching them. Men do it just as much as women, if not more, because they actually use women as mascots. We're like the team mascot. If you don't get a good woman to represent you, one, you won't get picked for another team. Um, Nobody will get to see your experience. There are a lot of things, there are a lot of reasons why a man would research a woman first before he messes with her. He'll research her friends, her family, her everything. And sometimes it's to her detriment. Because if you, a great looking man or a man of wealth or anything, and they have a family member who's envious and jealous and all sorts of things of that nature, you might put a situation on them because you went to the family instead of straight to the person that you really wanted to deal with. In most cases, you should go to the person you want to deal with first. And yes, sometimes you do need to talk to some family, but you also need to keep discernment because you have to understand some people are jealous and they will sabotage people on purpose, especially if they don't want their sibling to actually get something that they cannot get. So in my case, a lot of that went on around me. I was surrounded by people who did not want me to have things because they would not be able to get it. And unfortunately for me, my life contained the biggest loophole in the world, a mother that hated me and would use anybody to make sure that I couldn't get anything, including my siblings. They were really raised and programmed to watch my pockets for her. She tried to program me to watch their pockets, but I don't do that. Okay, I don't do that. And a lot of that came from me actually having some other things to do, right? So a lot of you don't realize that a lot of your enemies did not come from you. I mean, come from the outside. A lot of your enemies came from the inside. They just delegated a lot of the hate on the outside so that they can smile in your face and come to the family reunion in peace. Okay? So, if hey, I'm trying to tell you, this is happening. It was something I wanted to mention, but I'll get to it in a minute. So, I'm going to do the Psalms for this morning, and then we're going to get back into the talk. And I've got some tarot. We're going to do it real quick. It's 4:46 for anyone who wants to know. Okay. So we're going to do Psalms 52. Let's get it. Are you eating? Yes, he's up eating dinner first thing in the morning because he did not want no breakfast. And I second that because I cooked some good food yesterday. Anyway, Psalm 52. Why boastest thou thyself in mischief? O mighty man, the goodness of God endureth continually. The tongue deviseth mischiefs like a sharp razor working deceitfully. Thou lovest evil more than good, and lying rather than to speak righteousness. They lie. Thou lovest all devouring words, O thou deceitful tongue. God shall likewise destroy thee forever. He shall take thee away and pluck thee out of thy dwelling place, and root thee out of the land of the living. Selah. The righteous also shall see and fear, and shall laugh at him. Lo, this is the man that made not God his strength, but trusted in the abundance of his riches, and strengthened himself in his wickedness. But I am like a green olive tree in the house of God. I trust in the mercy of God forever and ever. I will praise thee forever because thou hast done it, and I will wait on thy name, for it is good before thy saints. Selah, so be it, so let it be. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Amen. So you see, when the truth comes out, money, he don't care. God don't care who you know, who you show, who you mess with, who you hunch on. He doesn't care. Um, he's tired. He's tired of the divisiveness amongst the families. A lot of good families, a lot of good people got torn apart during the course of this campaign that has gone on for 3 decades. It has gone on for 3 decades, 30 years. 30 years, people have stayed on welfare, generational welfare. And it's not because they didn't get no money. It's because they told themselves they were too slick and they could take it. And that caused a lot of issues for a lot of us, chosen ones. And that let me further explain. And before I go forward with the explanation, a lot of y'all fugazi, okay? I'm going to tell you why y'all fugazi. I'm going to tell y'all why y'all like pedophiles. Because for my youngest aunt to be in the ground and her first tier of 3 kids to all be gone, yet the man who molested all them children is still walking this earth, but y'all put all that effort into getting rid of me, means y'all fugazi. Y'all don't care and y'all not godly. Y'all is hypocrites. Because the people who decided to destroy the children, or who touched the children and who destroyed the homes, they are still walking. But the victims, they are dying, dead, or y'all pursuing them to put them in the ground so that the pedophiles can continue to pay y'all to keep quiet. So y'all is fugazi. That man is walking around, traveling, doing everything he want. I can't travel. I didn't touch no child. For y'all to say that y'all about that and y'all do this and y'all take care of family, no, y'all don't. You take care of yourselves and y'all rent. And you don't really do that. You just like the front. So stop it. Stop acting like y'all good people. Y'all not good people. I would not be standing here going through what I'm going through if you were a good person. That girl would not be running around acting like me because you want to take my money and you know I won't give it to you because of what you let happen to me. Tell the people why you really want them to steal my identity, because you want them to keep you safe, because you know you fugazi. You ate up your own people and the ancestors are mad at you. And them stupid people shouldn't have signed no NDA because they put themselves more in law. How you put yourself in a law-abiding contract with a criminal? Stupid. But you told yourself you were smart. Now you're going to go to the doctor looking stupid and probably get misdiagnosed because you can't tell them you playing in witchcraft, but you're glitching out. A lot of y'all played games. A lot of y'all played games. I'm going to tell you what you got yourself into. See, a lot of people, a lot of y'all, when y'all signed them contracts, them people still worked on you. Them people took y'all money. Them people sabotaged y'all because they needed y'all in the crunch so that they can pay y'all the least amount of money to keep y'all cooperation. This is what you don't know. You breadcrumbed yourself. You want to be dependent so bad. That was not independence you were seeking. That was dependency you stepped on. You put yourself in another person's hand. Every time money changed hands, every time conversations change, you put yourself in another person's pocket. And you wanted to be in mine. So now you, your kids, and everybody have to deal with the karma that comes with that. I had to deal with somebody's karma I had no business dealing with because they are a hypocrite. They try to steal my identity and give it to somebody so that they can steal money. And then they got you recruited and told you it could happen. I'm going to cover you. God sees everything. It got disgusting. When y'all started touching them kids, when y'all started neglecting them kids, when y'all started teaching them kids how to steal, when y'all started teaching them kids how to lie before you taught them how to read, before you taught them how to clean, before you taught them how to iron, before you taught them how to pay bills, y'all taught them kids how to lie, cheat, and steal. And God don't like it. Y'all took away futures. Some of these children won't be able to go to be a sports, but won't even be able to be an athlete. Want to know why? Because they're going to get hooked into the same thing you got hooked into. A lot of y'all got hooked into it because somebody went into the database and seen what you had going on and put pressure on you because you don't want to go to jail, but they put you in a position to go to jail. And let me tell you something about that. There's a double-edged sword. They're going to get money whether you go or not. Test the spirit. But y'all want to be a part of something. You better be a part of your own life. You want to be a part of something. You dealing with people that's willing to sleep with all sorts of people, protection or no protection. You dealing with people who willing to put blood and poison in your food and in your drinks to make sure you cooperate or make you disappear in case you're going to say something. But you think you slick. You're watching too much goddamn movies. They get more lives. You see the actor again when it's in movies. You don't see the actor again when it's in real life. You better stop playing like you in a screenplay. This is real life. Y'all watch Squid Games. Y'all watch The Walking Dead. Y'all watched all that and say, yeah, I know strategies. Y'all played what? Grand Theft Auto and all that other stuff, and y'all told yourself that y'all was strategic, but your frontal lobe is not fully developed if you thought that that was not going to get seen by God. You can never give a ransom for something like that. The spirit has your latitude and your longitude all the time. The same way them people got your latitude, longitude all the time. It's called FBI, CIA. It's called the cloud. It's called social media. It's called the truth. It's going to shake loose eventually. Just like it showed me that I had somebody who was everybody who was put in my camp, or even the people that I met, they were so weak in character that they accepted a bribe and actually went and signed a contract. Some of you drank blood knowingly. Some of y'all sat in it knowingly. Some of y'all went through your own humiliation rituals. You thought you was getting SA because it was just something and you had to get over it, and you were so strong because you ain't cry about it. No, that was a humiliation ritual. That was a binding thing. Now you got to deal with whatever come with that. That didn't come from me. That came from the people that you signed the contract with. But you want to do research on me. You should have did research on the people that you signed them contracts with. They stealing everything, including your freedom. Hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your husband, hide your dog, hide every damn thing. They coming for it. And you giving it to them because they put a little bit of pressure on you and you don't think. What I tell you about not giving yourself pause and giving yourself enough time to evaluate the situation. Oh. I wasn't given time to evaluate the situation. From a young child, they started working on me. Wasn't nothing slow or nothing about me. I got people who will sit there and say I'm the best person in the world, yet they will tell you that they sat in my face knowing these people had bad intentions for me, and they go say, I'm a good person. I just didn't want to say nothing. You're not a good person if you did not say anything. If you watched it go on and you put your hands into it, no. I had someone take me to a church and then hang out with my ex-husband's side chick and invite her to the cookout. And she swears she a Christian. No, to hell you go. You and your offsprings. You wondering why you going through something and they giving you a little bit of money is because they know what you're doing. They know what you're going through because they putting you through it. These people have connections. They going through, you think they violated my HIPAA, they violated your HIPAA too. The ones that hired you, they knew how to get to you because they knew what you had going on. And they'll turn your shit off. They'll send somebody for you. The same way they sent you for me, they'll send somebody for you. Oh, what, you thought you was special? Let's just get that off the table now. Is that official enough for you? Because you don't know what you put your hands in, and you told yourself that I don't deserve what I deserve, but I worked hard. No, I don't look like a damn zombie in the street because I had the audacity to get up and protect myself and decide that I didn't want to look like hell. I didn't want to look like what I've been through, what I've been put through, what you tried to put me through, what you joined to put me through. I won't feel sorry for none of y'all. I come back across you again. I'm trying to tell you because you didn't feel sorry for me. I don't need no apologies because if it would have worked, you would have been okay with it. So yeah, all y'all that use y'all kids in the way, just know you put them on a list yourself by signing your life away to these things. You did not preserve your brand. You did not have any foresight to know that if you make this decision now, this might affect you 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years from now. I would hate to see somebody end up in the hospital for a little thing, and a nurse that act just like you acting in this timeline. A nurse come in that been hired to get you, to push you because somebody done signed a contract or signed a life insurance policy or wanted to give away your trust fund or your inheritance or wanted to do your child the same way you tried to do me. And you're going to be weak. And you're not going to be able to put up and be able to fend for your child because you are the one that put your child in this trajectory. Oh my goodness, cushion pals. No. The selective outrage is not going to gain any pity from anyone, especially when people read the history and remember the history of what you took part in. Some of your kids are going to wake up one day and say, I don't like dude, I don't like chick because She used me to do some bull stuff, and now I got a history. Everybody know my mom and my dad is this, and everybody know my mom and my dad is that. I got a bad reputation because someone wanted to steal my identity. And the person who pushed me out into the world pushed me right into the hands of danger, dropped me right into the wolf's hand and say, hey, what can I get for this? Can I get, how much money can I get for this? So you watch out when people got more than one baby father or more than one baby mother. Some of them baby mothers and baby fathers was picked solely because of what they might be able to inherit. And then some of them kids was deemed not to make it. They just wanted to inherit it. They didn't want them children to get that money. I know somebody right now. I can tell you for sure. His mother went after his father with sure intentions to put that boy on paperwork and suck him dry until he ain't have no more value, and then you go get rid of him. I ain't lying to you. I done seen it happen too many times, and I didn't realize what it was until now I'm in it, and I'm like, oh my God. I've been warning people for years, and they not listening to me. I warned every last one of them. And I didn't know I was, but I was. A lot of y'all people that keep calling y'all every time you turn around, you thinking they love you. My family love me. They can't do nothing without me. They can't do nothing without me. They don't give a fuck about you. They just need you close so that you don't get, nobody else get used to your services so they can use your ass up. And then when they can't, they gonna fuck a cop. They gonna mess with somebody behind one of them glass tables. What? Social service, SSI, the administration buildings, anywhere. And your ass is good as hooked up because them people, they once they get secrets and stuff, you blackmail them, you can pretty much get them to push any damn buttons. Didn't be didn't the shit over there in Central Booking show y'all how he had them bitches pregnant all at the same goddamn time? They had good fucking jobs, but they fucked a bum, a smart one, and he got rich off their ass. Because then he got a chance to sue the fucking state because they mess with state property. But y'all don't hear me though, because you're too busy listening to people say I'm a crackhead, I'm a hoe, I can't take care of my child, I'm unstable. But you want my shit though. You're a liar. You're a manipulator. Y'all is thieves. It ain't shit right with y'all. A hit dog always holler when I'm talking. Somebody always going to try to say, what is she talking about? Because they know exactly what I'm talking about. That's usually one of them. Ladies and gentlemen, take note of who's in my chat. That might be somebody who will hook you up later. You don't know who be in this chat. They will go into your records, see what your children, see what you got going on. And next thing you know, your life is in the damn shambles. Don't believe it, just watch. I knew everything about my record. I wake up the next day, they put something new. I'm like, what the hell? I call it to attention. They like, hold up, something wrong because we already had all this information. How this just get here in the interim? Right, that type of shit. That type of shit is going on. You better stop playing with life. Y'all better stop playing with y'all freedom. Y'all so busy learning another motherfucker to goddamn steal from them. Y'all don't know who the damn representative in your unit is, and if you do know who the representative is, y'all probably tried to extort them too. Stop playing with people's lives because people will play with your lives, and the world is very round for a reason. What goes up must come down. What you reap, what you sow, you will definitely reap. I know all of it now. I done been through all of it. None of y'all can come back in my face The family members from Delaware, y'all nasty and trifling. The family members that's here in Maryland, y'all nasty and trifling. The ones in New York, nasty and trifling, because y'all sat in my face. Give me my properties. Give me my stuff that was there. Put my stuff back. I never touched none of y'all stuff. I never went against y'all. I never talked bad about y'all. I don't even care about y'all no more, since I know what y'all capable of. And y'all sat in my face like y'all was good people. Y'all put all this work into doing this to me, yet y'all have so many pedophiles just walking around free. And the only time you took action against anybody is when they didn't want to give you their money. So if it is open season on anybody who have money, then you should be okay when it happened to you. You should be accepted, right? You should say all is fair, right? Right? Some of y'all say it's go hard or go home, right? I heard it. I also heard, man, I can't do that to Shorty. I can't do that to Shorty. Thought it was real cute with them tight ass skinny jeans on, raggedy, smelling a bit. These are the type of people you had chasing me through the city. People that don't even know how to take good care of their fucking self. Got me and my child running around trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. Big titty bitches with no ass running around talking about I can take her. Bitch, you can take a lot. Look like you did. People coming from all over the place, acting like they got sense. You don't got sense. It's something mental about you. You want to eat me up so you could get an injection and get an ass that nobody likes and ain't nobody gonna want to smell? You know, if you do that and you get that little bit of money, and after you get high and eat and do all of that, you're going to have to keep doing it. Because if you don't do what these people tell you to do, they're going to tell on you. So you're still in the same fucking place in the first place. So why'd you start? But that's what you want to do. That's what you like to do. You like to live your life on the edge. YOLO, YOLO. It's fun for you. This shit ain't fun to me. It's not fun. I went to work every day. I gave people rides that I shouldn't have gave rides to. I saved people who I should have gone and let die. I took care of some of y'all family members. I took care of some of y'all grandparents and stuff like that. As my service, I took care of some of y'all cousins. I was the one on the ward that made sure that your cousin or your family member got Lorna Doones. I was making sure that people had things, and the whole time y'all was discussing how y'all was going to take from me. And from the worst, when I realized that this person was hooking everybody up, I remembered, I know my sister wasn't shit because she just always did things to me and always stole from me. And then always asked me to help her do something and didn't never take my daggone advice. And then I find out that she running around fucking in my footsteps. Everybody fucking in my footsteps. All these females fucking in my footsteps. And y'all fucking these nasty men. Y'all trying to give me an STD. That's why I just shut down, because y'all nasty. All y'all ain't getting money for this shit. Some of y'all is just getting dick. And y'all not telling people that. You getting a wet ass and you getting put out and you getting a record for it. Stupid. And it's vice versa. It's interchangeable because it's men doing it too. It's women and men doing it. Oh, I love him. I'm going to go hard for him. Shut up, bitch. You stupid. Because when he finds somebody with some more access and some more money and a little bit better something or a little dumber, you was on the chopping block too. Might come back if you got something else useful. There are a lot of collective and chosen ones who are actually in this web. They don't know that somebody just went and seen what they had going on, seen that they make good money, seen that they might have a retirement, seen that they might have a 401k, Some of the people who signed directly to get me don't notice they next on the list. Or probably been on the list the whole time, just been told that it's me retaliating, when no, it's the people that you went into agreement with, making sure they hook your ass up and keep you under pressure so that you can keep on helping them. But that's what y'all want to do. That's cool. That's what's up. We're at 35, going into 36. That's the information. I'm just letting you know. It's a bunch of bull crap going on. And it need to be made clear. I see you. I see what all y'all did. And for the fact of the matter, that shit been happening for 30 years. And for the last 10 years, there's been a real concentrated effort. Y'all went in that courthouse in my likeness. And then y'all started taking my mail and moving my mail and redirecting my mail. But y'all would tell yourself that y'all don't want nothing like that to happen to y'all. That can't happen to y'all. Y'all don't want that. Right? But what's good for the goose is definitely good for the gander. Oh, it won't be me. I don't like y'all that much. I'm not going, I haven't ever put that much effort into you, and I won't. Because when I did, when I was in your face, when I was feeding y'all, when I was giving y'all rides, when I babysat a child that I did not need to be babysitting, while y'all was calling me and asking me to do things and simultaneously telling people all this other bullshit about me that was not true. Yeah, eat that. Love it. I love it. I don't got to do shit for you. I don't got to come to your damn funeral. Fuck y'all. And that's a special one from Lois Gresham. That's a special one from Lois Gresham. Because y'all treated her horribly. My grandmother Lois and my grandfather, Charles Michael Cisco Pocket, Cisco, two others, they made Charles Michael Cisco Sr. He was the first child out of Charles Michael Cisco. After that, proceeded my other aunts and my uncles. And they already know why they don't want me around, because the simple fact, I'm the first heir after my father. And they are the second tier because they was had by the second baby mother. Keep messing with me and I'll say who the second baby mother is, because you're mad about that because your mama is a damn Jezebel. You know what? Don't even matter. Lois' little sister went and messed with her baby father. And that's a generational curse. One man messed with two sisters and made kids. And this is how people put their children in busted stuff. Because men should really stop doing that. Stop messing with kids. Stop messing with sisters. Stop messing with family members in the same family, because you're starting things and half of y'all peen ain't even as good as the stuff y'all start. It's not worth it. Some of y'all chicks, y'all, I'm gonna be better than that. I'm gonna take her man. I know what to do with him. Sit your funky ass down. You don't know what you getting into. You don't know where that man been, where he coming from, but you too fast and you want to be over there. A lot of y'all done put yourselves in stuff because you got to be seen. You need to be heard. You want this, you want that. Do you hear yourself? Do you see yourself? Do you actually practice that shit in the mirror and think it's okay? Really? Because I can think of one idiot that would say, I'm a Christian. Shut up. Shut up. Pray you get slapped in the ethers. You say that one more time, as much hell as you raise. Your child don't even go to sleep at a godly hour. You jumping on a bus to follow me down the street somewhere, but you ain't putting that child to sleep at the right time. He traveling in the middle of the night like you. Turning that child into an essential zombie. He need about 8 to 16 hours to grow right. He can't grow right because he got to follow you on your creep. Because you don't want to work a 9 to 5. You too good for that. You too good to act normal. You ain't too good for CPS. I can tell you that. And I ain't gonna call him because I don't do things like that. I don't believe that that's in the best interest of any child. And I really don't like your ass. But I wouldn't do that. A lot of y'all don't need to have children because you didn't want the child. You just didn't have survival. And some of y'all silly ass mothers told y'all to go get pregnant and get on Section 8 and didn't teach y'all shit. But you want to chase me. 30 fucking years. Excuse my French, but it's a little alarming to see so many people self-righteous but dead wrong. And a lot of them are beyond the age of 40. Y'all 50 and 60 and 70 years old. Ain't really did nothing really too good with your life, but you told yourself you're justified in destroying somebody else who actually took the time to try and did advocate for y'all at some point in time. Yes, I did. They gave y'all these programs, and then they put the buppies at the head of the programs to look down at y'all and pick and choose who they wanted to be their pets. They put women with low self-esteem and high asses in them offices so that they can act like they better than y'all and better than anybody else and pick and choose who they gonna do that to. I remember because I applied for FIA and I applied for adult services. I walked in, they gave every ratchet that looked like they would steal a FIA position because they knew that they would steal. They put them in that situation because if they did, they knew that they had hooks in them and they could make them do one thing or another. They know they could turn their head left or right. They didn't want me in there because I would actually be honest. So they put me in adult services. And then they tried to work me like a workhorse. So please believe, some of the jobs, the reason why you're getting treated like that on some of your jobs, because somebody made a phone call and put your name on the list and told them to either overwork you or take some of your money, maybe 2 to 4% out of your check. You won't see it and you don't even know. Somebody is getting paid every time you get paid. Somebody is giving orders behind the scenes to say what you get for a workload or what you don't get for a workload, depending on if they could get you into a life of crime or get you to be a handler or things of that nature. The veil is lifted. You need to know. Them get money, get rich quick schemes be a scheme. That's what it is. It's a scheme. And a lot of y'all tell yourself y'all can't do the work. Y'all can't. And it's not that hard. It's just that you told yourself that you can't do it. You don't want to do the steps. But you want to smoke. You want to drink. You want to eat. You want to live lavish. You want people to look at you. You want to screw. So why can't you put in the work so that you can get that done without having somebody over top your neck, somebody foot on your neck? Y'all like oppression. You like oppression. So Kanye wasn't fucking wrong when he said y'all chose slavery. Because we could see all them statues at the bottom of the sea where them people held hands and said, oh, hell no, I'm gone. Take me now, Lord. I ain't doing it. And I know it's an unpopular opinion, but shit, being as though I've been through it, yeah, it's not that bad. Sometimes you might got to put up with something in order to keep your sovereignty. But please know what that is. And sovereignty does not give you the justification to go with somebody else. Your social freedom does not give you the justification to go and look down at somebody else. Take your freedom and go enjoy it. But why would you try to turn around and restrict somebody? Put the wrong person back against the wall, and I bet you're going to regret it. Some people don't run for long. They get tired, they catch their breath, and then they turn around and they fight. Everybody don't go lay down. As hard as you fighting me, I'm going to fight back. Because I never did anything to any of you. But that's not just my reasoning. I'll keep the other reasoning to myself. But I didn't do anything to you. So I have no pity, no empathy, no feeling for none of what I see. I don't care about your need for a dollar or drink or anything right now. Because had you had your wishes fulfilled, I could not experience any of that. All based on someone not being able to wrap their head around the fact that they haven't done much in life. All because somebody had something happen to them, much just like me, and decided instead of heal from it, they were going to put me through the ringer and watch everybody else get what they needed. The same people that judge me for the things, most of the people that they decided to bring into it did all those things. It wasn't me. Everything that they claimed that I did, I wasn't doing. I gave a contact to my faggot ass brother. I thought I was helping him. He got a business. I said, well, I know somebody who worked in a TV station. I did not know that this was going to backstab the shit out of me. I was in the entertainment business having fun on and off for a year or two, not really realizing that the people was planning around me and that they were trying to infiltrate all of my social circles. I gave that number to, and next thing you know, I got all this going on. And they paying people to stay away from me. They threatening people to stay away from me. They getting people locked up to stay away from me. They'll put you in the bank. They'll put you in the poorhouse if they think you're gonna give me $5. This is how serious it is. And the fact that there's so many people coming against me, instead of realizing and saying, hey, why is all these people coming against this one person? This one person must be valuable. Let's protect that one person because the rest of these people got to be throwaways. Nobody thought about that. But that's okay. You've now walked yourself into the trash voluntarily, you and your NDA. Happy birthday to me. So when people ask you what's wrong, because you glittering and jittering and glitching out and things of that nature, remember that good old NDA in which you put yourself into. You put yourself legally in a criminal's hands. Now, how much sense did that? Now, y'all said I'm slow. How much fucking sense did that make? Oh. I was going to give y'all tarot, but I'm the oracle that's not rhetorical. So I really don't need that. Hopefully, I did give you guys enough information so that you could go forward on your journey and learn what's going on, what's got the hooks into you, what's eating your Gilbert and your grape. Because once I realized what was going on with me, and why the stuff was ramped up was because I was able to work. I was able to work without having to look for a job. I can get up and start doing things without another man or another woman having to call me and say, hey, you up. This is the reason why y'all in this bull crap, is because somebody was jealous of my ability to be a real mother. Somebody was jealous of my ability to speak nicely to a man and be reciprocated back. Somebody was jealous of the fact that I could have someone love me without having to abuse me, and so they set up to make sure I got abused. Because they've been abused, they wanted me to be abused. Because they got cheated on, they wanted me to be cheated on. Because they got SA'd, they wanted me to be SA'd. Because they got put in situations, and this is what's crazy, because you cherry picked my dad and his family to get money, you felt justified in just taking it. You felt justified as using me as your sacrifice. Every time I heard you, every time you would do something, you say, oh, you all right, you got a father. But what about your other two kids? And then I got triangulated with the other one father, with my sister father. She hated me because her father wanted me to be the daughter instead of her. I don't have nothing to do with that. That's just how he is. I like her. I like her. That's how he used to talk about me. She really got mad and really wanted me out of here when he started trying to train, when he was teaching me and training me at the gym. Next thing you know, he got sick and passed away. This is my life. If they don't either go broke or move away, get threatened and said you can't come back, or go broke, start going to jail, somebody around them pass away. I'm not lying. Most of my mates, ex-mates, they will tell you something started happening around them when they came into contact with me, because somebody was trying to control my outcomes. I was trying, matter of fact, I wanted to be a CO. Whatever happened, I couldn't. They made sure they started putting things in my life the way I couldn't get through the check and stuff. But I'm trying to figure out how the person who was stealing my identity ended up being a CO. That's what I'm trying to figure out. If this wench been committing crimes and all this stuff in my name, imposter, fraud, scamming and scheming, how in the hell she end up with the keys in the jail? You want to tell me that? You want to tell me that? Right. Right. Y'all play too much. But that's okay. I hope all that shit was worth it. But once again, it's the oracle, not rhetorical. I'll talk to y'all later. It's Empress Next.